This is Tech TV. So today we're fixing a Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So before we continue, I just try to tell you about what happened to the screen. I fell down and it had a crack. So you can see, as you can see on the screen, has a crack on the phone. Try to press it, it keeps fluctuating. You can see that. So now what we have to do is to change the screen, because the screen is no longer in use, so it keeps fluctuating and fluctuating, and that's the only problem it has. So this is Ultra Note Ultra, I think 512 12 gigabyte RAM. So without further ado, we're gonna start to fix it now, and you have to stay tuned to follow the process, because this is the screen. Bought this from AliExpress. So as you can see, we bought LCD screen, not really the OLED. It's just to make sure the phone doesn't go to waste. So the replacement of the screen will commence shortly, but just try to explain to you the differences between the LCD screen and the OLED. So if you put the LCD screen, you will just have a normal 64 refresh rate, not like the original. So now the replacement begins. So as you can see, showing you the heat gun. It has already been done, but so all you have to do is to use the heat gun to heat the back of the phone to a very low heat. Just put on the low heat, then you go around it a little bit like that, then that is it. If you have an adhesive, you could add a little bit, then you do that. Then you open up the back cover. Just as you can see, you open the back cover like this. Good. So then you see, you remove the SIM tray. As you can see, you remove the SIM tray. So when you remove the SIM tray, so you don't have any difficulties while trying to open the remaining phones. Now I'm just trying to show you some sample from here. If you have this screwdriver that comes with your screen, I'm gonna give it a try. Now you can see, so it's not really gonna open it. It's gonna cause some kind of stretch inside of your phone. So try to watch closely. And you could see that it's already causing some stretch inside of the phone. So can you see? So what does that mean? It means that if you're going to be doing this kind of job, first of all, you'll be needing a very strong screw, which means, we have various kinds of screws. We have the one that goes like machine, we have the other types, the manual one. So I'm also going to be using the manual one because I don't have the one to use. So this, you can see, this also was brought from AliExpress, and so try to select the mouth, the one that is compatible with the phone. And mind you, this phone doesn't really need too much of change of screw. It's just one kind of screw, so that make it very easy for you to keep you know. So in this video you can keep skipping forward because there is not a lot of cut on this video. So this video is raw, it's direct raw. So if you want to follow it little by little, you could follow it like that. If you want to skip forward, you could do that. So over here now we try to open. Be careful while you're opening the screw because you don't damage the cameras. So you have to be very watchful of the camera. Like some people, we have to put some tape on top of the camera so that you don't damage it. You know, Note 20 is a very expensive phone and things like that. So first of all, you can see up of it has a lot of screws, so you have to open the screw and target the direct place it should be. So each of the screw has a particular location where you can put them. So we're doing them very slow, so we're not cutting any videos, we're just doing it raw for you to see and understand. You can see. So that is it. So now try to show you the picture. You should see that's the front. I'm trying to show you the front, the upper case, let me call it upper case, the upper case where the camera is. You remove all the screw there, you understand? So when you remove the screws from there, then you could proceed with the next step. So he's trying to see if the button is not stuck in inside. So now it continues. So all the screws on top of the phone, you remove everything, all the screws. So and that is it. So they are all the same screw, they're the same size, they are not very different. Unlike some of the phones, they have different kinds of screws. If you put the other screw to another hole, it's gonna make it a little bit, it's gonna enlarge it and it's not gonna be very good. So pay attention to that part. You can see there are some screw that is close to the battery sides. That's the one is scrolling out of it now. So the next one close to the camera side, this one has a lot of cameras at the back, so gotta be careful as well. So I hope soon I get my screw, the one that goes very fast like the machine. Now that part you have to be careful because there is a cable connected to that part. Can you see it? So that is it. So gotta unscrew, then you keep it in exactly like that, so you don't make any mistake while you're coupling them back. So hope we get a zooming camera soon. So we just try to make use of this for the people asking that we should just do a video of it. So and those are the screw up there. Those are the screws. They are done now. So and they're all gone. Alright, so we also have a lot of screw down, but not very much like the one up. So screw the first one. That one is close to the speakers. The mouthpiece, many more. So that is it. So trying to remove them one by one. We're not skipping any part of the videos, we're just making it raw. So a lot of people have a lot of questions like, oh, I want to know the step you took to do this part and this part. So try to make sure we don't skip any part of the video. So this manual those are that, you know, they are very typical 3 screws under that place, and I remove each and every one of them so that you don't make a lot of mistakes while trying to remove the speakers. So I'm so sorry about the camera because I don't have the zoom camera yet. That's it, as you can see. Exactly. So that is it. So now it's time to remove the yeah, all right, watch out. Let's see. Now you can see it's using the plastic. The plastic is better. Don't use your screw, don't use iron. You're gonna cut some wires or cut some cables, or gonna disconnect some things, or you're gonna scratch the panel. So plastic is better. You can see you could use the plastic to try to check around first. So that is it. Okay, that is the upper. So you have to be careful with this cable, because you see the first one that is coming out now, that's the control. You understand what I mean? That's the control. The one I think is in charge of, like, if you want to charge your phone, like the sun or things like that, you know. So you got to be very careful while you try to keep that away from. You can see that's the part I'm trying to show you. So there is an adhesive there. It's an adhesive at the last place, you see. So you have to be careful while you try to pull it, so you don't pull the cable with it. So you have to be careful like that. Little. Keep pulling. And that is it. You keep pulling, that is it. You take it aside a little bit, not much. That is it. Perfect. So now and this is why sometimes it's good for you to use handbands, so that you don't get electrocuted. So you see. All right, there are some flexes there. You got to take a look at those flexes. Then there are 3 flexes. 3. Now remove that. It's counting them. That's 4. You have to watch. You see, you have to look exactly. Look each and every part so you don't make mistake. You have to remove every flex, because if any flex is being connected, it will make, and if you try to drag it out, you cut that flex, and that will make it a little difficult for you to, you know, except you have a lot of money to, you know, order another board. So that is it. So so now it's trying to go straight to. Don't try this. You can see I'm using screw, I'm using iron to do that. You already know why I'm doing that, so don't try this. Don't try this. Don't try to use the plastic is better. You could use a plastic, but don't use your screw. If you're a newbie, don't do that. If you're professional, okay, I think you'll be able to give that a try. So, but then if you're new, like I said, don't use a screw to do it. So it's so stiff. You can see it's so stiff. So gotta be very watchful, you gotta be careful while you try. Exactly. So that is it. So now that that part is gone, you can see it's out of the way. Good. You can see the mouthpiece, the earpiece, they are all connected there. Alright, so it continues now. Perfect. So the first cable you want to remove is the battery. The battery is already removed. Good. Nice. You see, those are the main cables. So you remove the main. Be careful. Sorry about my cameras. Be careful. That is it. That's the first one. Good, like that. From right to left. From left to right, like that. Good. And that was the screen flex. The screen flex and some other cables connected to the main board. Perfect. Okay. They're not holding down, so gotta be watchful so you don't watchful, that's it. So that is it. That is the charging port. So you gotta remove the screws from the charging ports. The charging port also has a kind of little board aside. Sorry about that. So it has a kind of board. That is one. It has two screws by the side. That was the second screw. Let's try to remove that as well so that it doesn't. Yeah. Okay. You know what that means. So don't use this. Don't use it. If you have the professional one, you could use it. So I'm only using this because I don't have that for now, but it will come soon, but I don't know how soon. So we'll proceed. Now you could see you have to be very careful when you're trying to remove the charging port. That's it. So try to remove the charging port right now. That's the charging port. It's so stiff under, so you have to be careful. That's it. Be very careful while removing the charging ports. Good. In that part, there's another screw attached to the board. So we didn't remove that. So now try to remove that now. So that's it. So they are all connected together. The charging port with the board. Perfect. Now you can see all the three buttons. Can you see? But they are attached to the board. Perfect. It's attached to and that is the charging port coming out right now. So that is it. You can see all of them together plus the charging port. So they are all connected together because you cannot detach them separately. So they are all attached together. So that is it. So we're almost there. All right, now the next part is gonna be to remove the board itself. Good. Now that's the first plastic on top of the board. So when that is removed, then I think it makes it easier. That's what I'm showing to you is, yeah, you can see mouth. That's the ear piece, where you used to. So you got to clean that part as well when you try to replace them. So this part is a bit difficult. So if you have a kind of like a pin, if you're having a pin, you understand, because there's kind of like adhesive inside. So you put some pin and like a little pin. I don't mean like a knife, I mean like a little pin, but I'm gonna be using plastic and my screw to do that part. So most especially, good, that is the board. First of all, washful, that is it. Yeah, so you remove the board. You see that this, don't use it, you understand, don't use that one. Use the plastic, don't use that one. Perfect. You can see it's not difficult. When you finish removing the old screws, it makes it more easier. So pay attention to what I'm saying, and you will not make any mistakes. So if you can remove the board, this is the board attached with the cameras. It's taking a little time just because I think it's steep on that. You can see it's very easy. That is the board. You can see the board. That is the board. All right, that aside now, so we're almost there. So now we're gonna remove the front camera now. That's, see, front camera and the battery. The most difficult one a bit is the battery, but it's not very difficult. If you have we have the PCB cleaner, but you don't use that. There is a screen remover and there's a battery remover. You're gonna see it very soon. This is an iFixit. Don't use this, because if you use it, you're gonna bust your battery. Don't use that. Keep that aside. Good. Very good. All right. So we're gonna be trying this to see if we could be able to remove the ear piece from the phone. There is a very strong adhesive there, so if you have a little pin, I think the best solution for that part is a little pin. Yes, a little pin will be able to remove it. Not that pin, maybe the screw I was using before. I don't think this will be able to do that. So but let's see what happened. So it's trying to remove remember, that's a mouthpiece. Very soon the capturing camera will come. So we're just starting now, and it's been a long way. So still a little difficult, but you have to keep a little pressure, but you have to be careful not to cut any cable. Though the cable is not very connected to it, but there is a little space that you could put the pin. I don't think the plastic will be able to open that. So what you use is a pin. Get a pin. Don't use it. Don't use any adhesive, because if you use it, it's gonna like block the mouthpiece. Yeah, I mean the front camera, of course. It's gonna block it. So I'm using? I'm using a pin. The pin for sucking. So I'm trying to use the pin to weaken the adhesive a little bit. Then I could use my screw to pull it out. So this is what I did. So I tried, and that is it. It's out. That is it. Very small. Can you see? That is it. So that is done. Now the major partner is the battery. This part, you need a battery remover. You need, yeah, this is one of the toughest. You can see, just put adhesive in the right and the left side of it, and wait a little bit and pull it out. So this is very easy. You put in the right, you put in the left. So if you want to see where I bought that will be written in the comment section as well. So you can see. So you just wait and you remove it. as simple as that. You waited for 5 minutes and you pull like that. Very easy. So done. So now we're changing. Now you can see this is the two screen, the one we removed everything from and the one we are replacing. So this is the battery, and the screen we are using came with an adhesive on its own. You see that one is gone, so that's the one that is broken, and now we're attaching the one that is, you see. All right, take a look closely. So this is one that came with adhesive. So let's try to remove the adhesive. So yes, now the first thing you want to do is to replace the battery. It doesn't mean if you clean it, all you have to do is to leave the battery to dry a little bit. If you use an isopropyl or you use a battery remover, you relax a bit, it doesn't have any effect. But if you want to replace it, it's fine. So that's it. So you press it a little bit inside, let it get attached, very well, and that is it. Yeah, that is it. Perfect. So next thing you want to do is to perfect. Good. So now you have to remove all the staples that come with a new screen. So you gotta remove everything little by little. So you remove all the staples, so you'll be able to attach the board, and we're good to go. So that is it. So that's the front camera. So that's the first thing you want to put first. So you could put the board next. That is in, then the board will be next to go. Perfect. That's good. You can see that. That is it. So the next thing, that's the board. This is the board. So it's gonna be putting the board inside the, yeah. So there is a place underneath the, close to the battery side, and that is done. So that is it. So the next thing that happen now is to put a plastic back. The front plastic. If you want to clean it, you can dust them. If there's any dust, you could do that. So all right, so we're almost there. So you have to attach it very well so that you don't, so it doesn't pull out when you try to screw them in. Very good. So that is done now. Then the next thing you want to do is to screw everything now. Everything that fell down. So Now we're gonna screw everything. Perfect. So that is gonna be screwed back. So if you are still following us in this video, you know what to do. Just press the thumb ups, like and subscribe. So encourage us to do more of these videos while our camera comes. So support us so that we'll be able to show you more. That is it. So you clip everything inside, and normally some people will just do it like this and they just test it. So next thing I want to do now is to make sure we screw everything, all the part has to be screwed one by one. So now that's the charging port screwed. Charging port screwed. So that is done. Then that's the flex of the main board. The flex that leads from the charging port to the main board. So that aside, so we're almost done now. So you have to be very careful. So you have to screw them tight, and when you don't screw in them, that is when you'll be able to connect all the flex to the main board. That is it. You can see well screwed. I was meant to be showing the camera of the other side to this side, but I was thinking it's gonna be bright, so it's kind of blur, but that's fine. So we're almost done. So we're gonna clip the flex to the main board, then we can have a test of it, and then that's all. So if you like the video, you know what to do. So if you want to see more of these videos, just press the thumbs up and subscribe to the video, and we have a lot of videos to show to you guys. So that's the final part of it. So they are all being screwed together right now. So those are all the screws. Yeah. So this is the journey so far, so it's not difficult. It's just having the right tools and doing the main job. So we just have few of our tools, and we're able to do it as fast as we could, so, and that is it. You can see that is it. So right now, if you want to test it, you could test it, and if you try to test it, you find out that it's not turning on or something like that, you could just go back more steps to see what you've done wrong. You know what that means. So actually we're still scrolling. It's gonna be tested any moment from now. So those are the remaining screws. All right. So those are the screws for the Note 20, and that's all. It's finished. So it is finished now. So it's about to test it. It's just gonna test it, and that is all. So if you have adhesive, you could put it. If you don't have, you could just try to cover it. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be testing the screen. So I'll proceed with the full closing later. So right now, just pay attention. I'm trying to put on the phone to see. That is it. You can see. So it's on. So if you like this video, you know what to do. So just subscribe, like, and you'll see more of this kind of videos. So thank you very much for watching, and remain blessed. So stay tuned for more video, and that is the old screen, as you can see. So see you guys in the next videos. That is all. See you guys.